All right, Brakathia Howard, Brakathia Awashai, Brakathia Howard, Brakathia Awashai, Brakathia Howard, Brakathia Howard, Bashim Awashai, Bahashim, Chakwadash. Double belongs to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Salutations to the hopefully elect out there, you Akim, to Sadakim that do this thing in the utmost truth and sincerity. I'm the priest Shaman, and I'm going to be responding to a lesson the elder brother Shaman put up right in the New York camp. His channel is GMS 51st and 7th Ba, right? And he's pretty much responding to the fuckery that's going on in the IUIC, which is a spelling bee contest. Notice I use the word fuckery, not sin, as the brother pointed out. It's not really a sin, but how is this constructive to anything? What does this have to do anything do with salvation? And it just shows you the simple mindedness of these women. Here it is. You're a part of a group that's talking about America is going to be destroyed. Well, what can we do to contribute? Let's have a spelling bee contest. Which shows you pretty much the mind of women don't go beyond that of a 12-year-old child, man. It's grown ass fucking adult. All these prophecies flying off, and what comes to their mind? Spelling bee contest. You can't really be mad, because that's just the nature of women, right? They just have the mindset of kids, man. They do the same shit kids do. You take them to fucking, same thing you would do a child, man. They'll get happy. A merry-go-round and shit like that. So this sort of mindset should not be around men of war, all right? Men that are serious-minded, men that are taking this thing in truth. Like here at Great Millstone, of course, brothers have wives. You do whatever with your woman. That's your personal business. But we're not introducing them to each other. We're not putting them on camera. And we damn sure not giving them an idea is what they could do to contribute towards the camp. Because what? Because that shit is off. Job 39:17 says, because the Most High has deprived her of wisdom, right? Wisdom, wise decision making is really rooted in logic and reason, okay? But women are deprived of logic and reason. They deal with emotions, they just govern by how they feel. So I'm sure these women felt and feel this is a good idea. Hey, it would be cute if we do a spelling bee to encourage the sisters but really from a logical standpoint, this shit has nothing to do with your salvation. And I'll be honest. Sometimes these camps do all this shit. It almost seems like it's like mockery or like a comedy sketch, like you know what I mean, like a parody of Israelites, but they dead ass serious. Ultimately, they do these things to try to enlarge their numbers, right? It's a numbers game for them. It's a popularity contest for them. It's not so much more about what is right and accurate to the scriptures. It's more about how can we get more masses in, the more people in, the more tice, the bigger bag, man. That's how come that dude Nate net worth came out like hundreds of millions of dollars. So if the money keep coming in, their mindset is like, well, fuck it, we just keep doing what we got to do. But to do that, guess what? They sold out. They took a 501c3 charter. Any camp that takes a 501c3 charter is just an automatic sellout because that tax exempt charter. You have to omit certain things from the Bible. You know what the scripture says in the book of Revelations about adding and taking away from the word. You add, the Most High is going to add them plagues to your ass. You take away, the Most High is going to take your name out the book of life. So, are there elect members in the IUIC? Definitely possible, all right? The elect are scattered everywhere, all right? But they got to get out of that madness, man, because that shit just looks like fun and games and BS. And pretty much do whatever you want to do, right? You want to still line your shit up. You want dreads. Hey, you want your woman to come through and ask man how to spell shit? Go ahead, which is completely off. It says, neither hath he imparted to her understanding. So, if a man came up with this idea, I'll be very shocked. I'll be quite shocked. It's more or less the woman introduce their bullshit, and the guys, they go along to please their woman feelings. She might be waving them titties in your face, and waving them titties in your face. You motorboating, and while she motorboating, yeah, spelling bee, and you all wrapped up in shit. Hey man, hey, that's how women manipulate, man, with that thing between their legs. If you think about it, really, they never had that. You more or less wouldn't hang out with them, right? As a man. Only reason men really invest a lot of their time and shit like that into women is trying to smash. And let's cut the bullshit. Let's go straight to it, right? The only reason the IUIC is bringing in all these women in there is to what? Bring more men in their camp, okay? But what that's gonna stem to is gonna stem to adultery. See, here at Great Millstone, very seldom would you have something like adultery, close to never, because what? You don't introduce your woman to other brothers. You do that shit, you already plant the seed, all right, for wickedness, okay? And I'm not saying, okay, a man by default is going to be wicked, but why even take that crapshoot? Yeah, they had the IUIC, they took the crapshoot, and guess what? One of their top leaders committed adultery. So that's how come we don't bring women around the camp, okay? It's a war zone, all right? Women and children at home. Now let's go to the next scripture. This is 1 Corinthians 14 and 34. Let your woman keep silence in the church. It's silence, man. I put a microphone to you and tell you how to spell and shit and embarrass you on the World Wide Web. Nigga couldn't even spell Maccabees, man. That shit is wild embarrassing. So why would you even put that shit up? Oh, I think it's cute. That's a woman's mindset. You know what I mean? Not that knowing how to spell Maccabees really mean anything, but still, you know, like, what's the point of that shit? But, I mean, I don't know what the hell is next, man. You had an Israelite fashion show, Passover passion show, rap parties, dance battles. Now you having spelling bees. I don't know what the hell they're gonna do next, man. Fucking pin the tail on a donkey or some shit. It's IUIC is like, how could I compare it, man? Like I kind of want to say it's like Planet Fitness. Like you have some elite gyms where you could, you know, have all the machines and shit, but you know, a serious person wouldn't go to Planet Fitness because it's like limited and shit. Though it's, you know, flashy and it's, you know, pretty much acceptable to everybody and anybody can go in there. But if you really want to take your gym shit serious, you go to like an official gym, right? So GMS is like an official gym relative to the scriptures. And there's no bullshit. There's no time for the games and all that, what have you. It's about, look, you come in this thing, you got to build yourself up. You got to do shows. You got to put in that work, all right, from a laborious standpoint. And the brotherliness is there, you know, and the sternness is there. See, that's the problem with a lot of these camps. They're not stern. There's too much liberty going on, man. That's what's all the fuckery is coming in, man. Like I said, I don't know what's next, man. It's pin the tail on a donkey, fucking ring around the rosy, whatever they want to do next, man. All right, so let me read. It says, "Let your woman keep silence in the churches, for it's not permitted unto them to speak." And that's another thing. Let's get this clear. This scriptures, these Bibles, the Bible was written really for men. You know, every time you hear children, you go into the Hebrew, the word there is sons. The Most High is dealing with men. And it's up to a man if he wishes to teach his woman. He has all that right. See, the man is the woman's Lord. All right? She shouldn't circumvent her husband and jump straight to the Lord. Okay, there's a hierarchy here. It's the Most High, his son, all right, his men, and then the woman. See? So you can't just like you can't, you know, go on McDonald's and talk to the main nigga that owns McDonald's. All right, you have to go through certain people and certain channels and shit. Same thing in these scriptures, man. Same thing in the hierarchy of how the Most High sets up, you know, men, women, and, you know, the Lord and everything. So, again, right here, when you got women on pedestals picking and choosing their next husband, that's another thing they did. It's just throwing the whole hierarchy of how the men set up men and women, how the Lord set up men and women to be. It says, "For it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also saith the law." Now, one might say, okay, man, the Bible is talking about oppressing women and oppressing women's sexuality. Let me tell you what, though. Either you, in a society, you're either going to oppress a man's sexuality and a woman's sexuality. Now, in today's time, we have prime examples of both. Look in America, where men's sexuality is oppressed. You're limited to one woman. If, you know, you could fucking get, it's illegal to deal with more than one woman, and women have all the sexual liberties, right? They're sexually liberated. When they deal with a bunch of men, it's empowering. If you deal with a bunch of women, you're a scoundrel, all right? But look at the American society, though. It's completely fucked up, out of whack. Nothing makes sense. It's gone to shit. Now let's look at a Middle Eastern society where women's sexuality is suppressed. Less violence, less crimes, less degenerates, more families, no divorces. You see the difference? When you go by the scriptures, the Most High, this was so frustrated. The Most High is the one that made us and programmed us. Who the fuck are you to say this doesn't make sense? If the Lord say, this is how it should be, a man over a woman, the man could have as much woman as whatever he could maintain, all right? Then who the fuck are you to tell the Most High he's going off? Well, this doesn't make sense. You know who? a bird brain ass woman, okay? And that's the majority of these women out here in the West, okay? Go over there to the go over there to the East, go over there to Japan, where the woman is submissive to their man. Here it is, these. See, now I'm going on a rant, man. You got these baby dick Ammonites, all right? These slandered-eyed baby dick Ammonites over there. But guess what? They woman is in order, and they ain't running around. And they could deal with multiple women. But look at their society. Shit is clean, all right? It's way better than America. This is what happens, again, when you suppress a man's sexuality and liberate a woman. You turn things upside down, and you get a bunch of confusion. And when you look at the IUIC, it's reflective of that, man. They got like a westernized Israelite outlook to things, man. Like they're like American Israelites, really, you know? They still got that Babylon, Stockholm Syndrome, America mindset, and then fused it with some Christianity, all right? So-called Christianity with a Hebrew Israelite twist to it, man. And hence, this is why you got a woman, all right, interviewing a captain or whatever rank this dude is and ask him how to spell Maccabees, man. Shit is ridiculous. Anyways, it says, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be in obedience, as also saith the law. Wait a minute, saith the law. So women pastors, preachers, that's completely off. And if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home. So look, baby, you want to know how to spell this? You spell that. You ask your man how to spell it. I don't know how to spell it. Ask your man. That should have been that dude's response, man. All right. These chicks better be single. You know, a lot of them are not. See? That could be a man's woman out there. Spelling bee all over the web. You gotta be, man. It says, and if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home, for it is a shame for a woman to speak in the church. You see that? You see how far we have, in America, things have gone from what was originally written in the book of Corinthians. But again, if you go over there to them Eastern worlds, them Eastern countries, guess what? They're the closest to the scriptures. Now, they're not following the scriptures, but that culture, it's a very similar culture that they helped upheld from their fathers, and so on. And guess what? Ishmael is ready to strap a bomb to himself and blow himself up before he gives up his 16-year-old virgins, man. You see, because if the so-called Jew was to have his way and take over the Middle East, that shit would be completely gone to shit. Tel Aviv everywhere, homosexuality rampant, woman liberation, all the madness, all the Babylon juice. All right, the nations ain't drinking that. Okay, they actually pissed off that you even trying to push it on them. Ecclesiastes 7:4. I'm gonna read this and I'm gonna close. And just like the brother said, you know, what type of manner are we supposed to be in? All right, quoting the book of Peter's, which is, you know, an all holy conversation. Not a spelling bee is the last shit on my mind. When I think about this Hebrew Israelite thing and salvation and the scriptures, the last thing on my mind is a goddamn spelling bee. Okay? It says Ecclesiastes 7:4, the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning. Right. So the heart of the wise men are going to be in the house of mourning. Not mirth and spelling bees and bullshit and partying and Israelite rap battles. That shit got nothing to do with nothing, man. All right? You're just wasting your time doing that bullshit. It says the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. Yeah, party, BS and bullshit. I said it. Yeah, so this right here, when I saw it, Israelite spelling bee, I don't even know what I thought of this. Like this, it's like I thought of multiple things. I thought, man, these guys seem like a parody. But the first thing that came to my mind was like, what's the point? Like, what is the benefit of anything? You know what I mean? When you do something, right, for the truth, right, your mindset is say, okay, how can I, further this truth? What edification could I bring forth for this truth? What in the fuck can a spelling be? You know what I mean? Like the Lord is going to come down and say, hey, you know how to spell Maccabees? If you don't, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to put you to death if you don't know how to spell lasciviousness. This shit is stupid, man. But anyways, man, if you want to be serious, if you're taking this thing serious and you want to build yourself up, Great Millstone is where it's at. I put it like that, man. I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahshua Bashim Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone True Well. Salutations to the hopeful elect out there. Rakim to Zadakim that do this thing in the utmost truth and sincerity. Shalom.